So, Urs, here we are in Bristol.
Hey, yeah. So, finally close to your home.
I know you're in it. You can drop in. Come for a cup of tea.
Well, you know, if you have more time next time, definitely we'll plan it. Yeah.
All right. Definitely plan that. Anyway, what you've got hardware. I can see.
Yeah, we've got hardware. Yeah.
Look, nothing gets past me. Look.
So, we've been having hardware for a while, right? So Civilisation has been out for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I know that Gaz Williams really likes this module.
Yes, I know, yeah. I ran into him yesterday. We had a good chat. And then, so this took us like 3 or 4 years to bring out. And right next to it, this is Wiretap. And I think we already did something about Wiretap. And that's finally, I mean, it's fully manufactured. It's sitting in a room in our headquarters, and it waits for its final firmware. And then we're going to finally move it out to the shops. But then,
any idea when that's going to be?
Well, last year it was maybe 2 weeks away, but so I mean we're Yuhi, right? So we are famous for taking our time with things like Zebra 3.
I would never have said that.
Or something like that, and you know it's complicated, but we're trying really hard, and but we have new modules here or new prototypes.
Okay,
They're all prototypes. So here's our I think we're going to call it Sloopy. That's 3 envelopes, but they're different ones. One is like with a breakpoint, like a 6-stage envelope, and then there's a 3-stage envelope and a 2-stage envelope, and they can be combined in several ways. And you can set slopes, you can set, you have CV control, you have velocity, and you have a 4th output that does several different things. And I would have to ask our hardware guy about what it really is. I don't really know yet. And then we have a new thing here. We call it Centurion, where the 2 is like a 2, like the number 2, because it's got this when it's got modulation on it. It's got this thing where you can basically select different inputs.
Switch the audio on.
Right.
We can hear what's going on.
So it's a little bit like yeah, you have 6 inputs, you have 2 outputs, so you have 2 different mixes of the same input, and it can be either discrete or it can be continuous. And here's a little sticker. So this is a prototype, but it's pretty far already, and we're like really working on it to test it and try to get the best out of it. And then we've also showed this before on Superbooth. This is a filter which has like really heavy overdrive with a core temperature knob here, and otherwise it's like basically your typical 4-pole filter, but you have switches for 12, 16 or 24 dBs, and it's got a bandpass output, low pass output, and an auxiliary input, so you can have like if you have like a sine wave or something, you know, like in the CS80 when you want to have something that just mixes right after the filter. So it's very orientated towards the end of a voice. So it's got the VCA in it basically. Yes, and these are just our things that we're showing off, and I have no idea, absolutely no idea when these are gonna be finished, right? So, and I've also recently been so busy with the software side. I have no idea how to operate these at this moment. I mean, I've partly written the concepts for them, but
that was a while ago.
you know, so I'm totally unprepared here. I just wanted to go to Bristol and have a look at a nice city and have a nice venue. But yeah, and well, I think these are gonna be, you know, we're slowly completing our voice, right? Our synth voice, and getting there. Yeah.
So is there anything on the drawing board that hasn't made it here yet?
Yeah.
That was a leading question.
So of course,
I know you can't answer, but I've got to ask it.
The centerpiece of our modular endeavor is probably going to be an oscillator module, right? Because we've got like all these things. We've got this wavetable generation language in Hive, and now we're working on Zebra 3 with these spline editors and that stuff, and that's going to interact with the wavetable generation language, and it somehow has to make it into a module, right? So you have like a wavetable thing that's somehow interacting with Zebra and Hive and all of that, and but you know, our hardware guy is just standing there, him, so he has to figure out how to make me a breeding board, or is it breadboard, or you know, one of these boards with a chip in it, so I can just type this code in there. And but he's busy finishing these modules, so it'll happen one day.
So that one won't be 2 weeks.
No, it's not 2 weeks, but yeah, it will eventually happen. So yeah. So, but you know, we enjoy the journey, and it's like yeah. No, it's a good thing we're getting there. Yeah.
Excellent. Many thanks. It was good to see you in Bristol.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and it's really, really nice to be a beautiful town, and great vibe. Love it here.
It is. It needs to be longer next year.
Yeah.
One day is not enough.
Yeah, no, we have to be. You know, next year maybe this one more week, and then also the other event that we're not this year. So
I understand you. Take care. Many thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.